What's up with it? You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. There you go talking that boxing again. Yeah. With my homeboy, Monnie Brown TV, off in the building. How you feeling today, Money?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's going down, bro? Chilling. Blessed to see another day. Ain't complaining about nothing, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Little starting a little late today, but we on here.
Yes, indeed,
Yes,
man.
sir. Let people know, I'm in the building. We can get this thing started. And when you come in the building, make sure you hit the like button first of all, and then jump in the comments and let me know where you're coming from.
Oh, is that looking all fresh over there?
Oh man, I just had left the gym not too long ago. Yes, sir. Make sure you hit the like. And like I said, y'all jump in that comment section, but hit the like button before you know what I'm saying, before y'all do anything, hit the like button. Marlon So Icy Sands, what's good?
Salute to Marlon So Icy Sands.
We
watching that boy.
TZ Frank, what's happening with it? He says the Charlos and Spence Den Boots. Yeah, we gonna get into all of that. Dallas, Texas, representing off in the building. Big D Town repping. Yes, sir. And so what's happening with it, Money? You get you a chance to watch that Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Not yet, bro. I ain't even checking it out. Last night, man, I had found me a damn little movie, man. Ate a bowl of cereal and took my ass to sleep. But I'm gonna check, and it's like 3 episodes of that shit or something, or 2.
I think it was last night was the second episode. I ain't get to check it out neither, but I'm definitely gonna check that thing out today.
To be honest with you, well, man, to be honest with you, I didn't even know nothing about it until I clicked it on the little ESPN app and shit, and I seen Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I seen episode 1. I'm like, oh, they got a little serious thing going on, huh?
Yeah. What's good with it? Daniel Parra in the building. Syndicate J in the building. What's happening with it? Coming from that DMV. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. And yeah, I was watching what I was watching last night. Who channel was I on? I think I was watching a little Fred's shit last night on Barbershop Conversations, and I know my man Batman, he was on there, and everybody been wondering how come they ain't heard nothing from Gary Russell, and he was just letting them know, like, Gary Russell or none of his brothers probably gonna fight this year. They said, they've been going through some issues, some family thing. They dad been real sick. He was in the hospital, so he in recovery. And for people that don't know, that's their trainer. Gary Russell's dad, Gary Russell Sr. is their trainer. So, his health hadn't been too well. So, and I'm in the comment section, right? And the man told him, that's what's been going on. We ain't really worried about what's going on in boxing right now because, we got family things to take care of. Niggas is just so you know what I'm saying? We don't want to hear about that shit. Them all excuses. What's up with he still, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be crazy, dog.
People just crazy, man.
Talking hella reckless in the conversation,
man.
Huh?
They too disrespectful, man.
Yeah, just hella disrespectful.
Knowing that's the roles are reversed, they'd be crying like a bitch. Now, if that was your family member, man, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? That's these dudes training they pops. That shit way bigger than boxing. Way bigger than boxing. Sports is one thing, life is another. That's why they got to separate the two. They get caught up in shit thinking they really part of something or like they really doing something, bro. And sometimes, man, sometimes the person who show it is need to check that shit. Just in my opinion, you know what I mean? Like I can never have a show and a man on there telling me that they pops going through something. They probably don't fight, and I got people in the chat talking about, man, fuck that, fuck nah, man, I'm getting that shit together, bro. That's just me
Yeah,
though. But
shit crazy, dog. This shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like the man gonna make up some shit going on with his pops just to, you know what I'm saying, save face or something. Like, come on, man.
right,
Like
bro.
shit more serious. It's other things that go on that's more serious than boxing or bringing us boxing fans a fight. You know,
Uh-huh.
Chopstick was good with it. Silver 2011. What's happening with it? Yeah, so man, motherfuckers be crazy, dog.
Very crazy, bro. That's why I say when they get caught up, they get too caught up and wrapped up in things that don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? They
Right,
get too caught up in that type of shit to where they really, like I say, they really think they're a part of something or think they proving some type of point or whatever the fuck they think they doing to fit in or to ride niggas nuts or to feel like they, you know what I'm saying? And that shit look bad on them, but they really think they doing something. But in the streets, it's a different story because if you run into that man in real life, you have to stand on that shit. And then you had behind a fucking computer. So like I say, people say shit from the comfort of their home. They have behind a computer where their face ain't being seen and shit like that. So they speak nonsense, bro. This internet shit ain't real. That's
right,
what you
right.
gotta separate. This
Exactly.
internet shit ain't real at all because first of all, real people, if you talking about you real, don't do no stupid ass, silly ass, corny ass shit like that. You understand? You know what I'm saying? When somebody going through something, you understand real shit. You know what I mean? So, guess man, like I say, they sit up on shit and they just hide behind this internet shit.
Right, right, exactly. So I mean, and I understand people want to see the fight and what's going on, but like I said, it's things that people got to deal with. Especially when it comes to somebody, your pops, your dad, that's your
Uh,
trainer too, getting sick. I mean, it. I mean, what you want the man to do? If his head trainer, his dad is sick, you want him to just be, oh fuck him. I'm gonna go and train myself, and you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna attend to him. Man, y'all crazy. What y'all
uh,
do, man? For
People
real.
crazy.
But
People crazy, man.
all in all, man, it's a lot going on. A lot been going on. Um, and like I said, when as y'all come in the building, hit the like button. You know, but man, so let's what you think about this whole Canelo situation, man? Do you think that Canelo is gonna be? Do you think that we gonna see him in the ring anytime soon?
There's a possibility that we can see him in December, but when I look at the whole situation, and I like even when I seen the shit that was going on with the court and all that shit, it's like that's a long process. Once you start playing with the legal action and shit like that, that's
Right,
going to a long process of lawyers and things like that. Well, that shit can worry on you. You know what I mean, that shit can worry on you and can get stressful at times, especially if you're not looking like you're in a winning position. But just overall, I'm not really too like comfortable where like, damn, what's the word I'm trying to get? I'm not too sure that we gonna see Canelo in December. You know what I'm saying? They didn't already missed September, the Mexican date, so that's the day he normally going on around because that's where he really get all his views. But now I'm not too sure, bro. If we don't see that we want to see Canelo this year, I'm not really looking forward to it. I'm not like in a big mix of saying, oh, we go see Canelo and who we go fight, because we're seeing all the people that got some type of substance to them. They all being locked up. So if you do fight, who you go fight? It ain't gonna be nobody with no I'm saying no murder. What motherfuckers really want to see. It'll just be him staying busy. But I'm not too really. I ain't too confident on saying that. Yeah, we'll see Canelo this year going. I think we'll see Canelo next year sometime after he get all his legal shit situated to where he get the money that he's looking for, and they get an opponent that they think that's formidable to bring in some money for them to cover their ass on all the money that they done dished out to him already. So, me, Key, I ain't too comfortable on saying we gonna see Canelo. That's why I'm just sticking and cool with what we got going on. Like I say, it'll be a plus to see him because I am a Canelo fan. I like him, but with everything that's going on, I ain't too sure, bro.
right, right. Yeah, man. With me in the Canelo situation, um, we might not see him for a long time. Like it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, because this this court, these legal issues that he's suing, the Zone and Golden Boy, like that's serious. People don't understand how serious that is. Look what happened to Mikey Garcia, right? Mikey Garcia had to sit on the shelf for over 2 years and longer than 2 years, right? And it wasn't nowhere near that. Like the shit that Mikey Garcia was going through is chump change compared to what's going on with Canelo.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's chump change compared to what's going on with Canelo. We're talking about almost 300 mil.
Yeah.
Right?
30 a fight.
So if you Canelo and you have a chance to win a case and get 300 mil, you finna sit out. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sit out and get your money, right? But you, of course, you love boxing, you want to fight, but for that amount of money, you're gonna sit out until you get your bread, right? And then on the side with the Zone and Golden Boy, that much of money on the line, they'll shelf you. Like you suing them for all that money, they not finna let you get no more money.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a real messed up situation, either way you look at it. The only thing, like I said before, the only upside to this that I see, coming about is if Al Heyman, Mayweather, because see, a lot of people don't understand when you say Al Heyman, Mayweather is right there, because Mayweather and Al Heyman, they in business together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the money ain't just coming from Al Heyman. It's coming from Mayweather too. Like that PBC promote, just because Mayweather's name is not on it, Mayweather is he like a 50-50 partner with Al Heyman. You know what I'm saying? He spoke about it before. He just has not come out and just said it directly, But behind the scenes, Floyd Mayweather is a 50-50 partner with Al Heyman. He run the PBC also, his bread, he's an investor, a silent investor. I guess that's what if you want to call it that. But unless they want to, come and pick up Mayweather and buy him out of that contract, which is going to cost a whole lot of money. I don't know if it's going to cost that full 280 or whatever it is, but it's going to be a whole lot of money. That's the only way I see Canelo, fighting anytime soon. Being able to continue on with his career, because he signed, what was it, like an 11-year deal, right?
11
fight for
300. What is 365 or something like that?
Yeah. 11 fight. So that's a lot of fights.
Hell yeah.
Basically, and especially for a guy like Canelo that's only fighting once or twice a year, that's a lot of fights. That's basically, what I'm saying, the rest of his career, or that's a good 5 years, right? So I mean, I don't know, man. And then all this talks, all of a sudden, we was chopping it up about it on Stay Ready on Stay Ready's channel last night. All this talk about, all of a sudden Canelo want to fight Jamal Charlo or whatnot. That's a PR campaign. You know what I'm saying? That's his people, because we ain't heard Canelo say that. You know what I'm saying? We haven't heard Canelo say that. So that's his people keeping up on the news, keeping up on what's going on in boxing. They hear what people saying. They seen what Jamal Charlo just did. Jamal Charlo's name is the name that's ringing in the 160-pound division right now over everybody. And so that's a PR campaign. Let's put some news out here about our fighter. Let's say that our fighter, is willing to fight Jamal Charlo. That he wants that fight now. But we know that's bullshit, because he ain't never wanted that fight. His team has never wanted that fight. When like I said before, when he came out and gave his list of the fighters that he wanted to fight, Jamal Charlo was nowhere on that list. Um, shit. So, you know, and let me get through these comments real quick, and I'm gonna go ahead and hand it over to you. Chopsticks say Jamal Charlo the best at 160. Well, see, this is the thing. We have to. I can't just say that he's the best at 160 because you got hitters, right? And you got Canelo, you got Boo Boo Andrade, you got hitters over there, but they gotta fight each other. You know what I'm saying? They gotta fight each other. And Jamal Charlo, he's looking the best right now because he's the one that's if you compare him off of what the eye test, and then if you go off of what you've seen, nobody's handled Derevyanchenko like that. Canelo had a chance to fight Sergey Derevyanchenko and he turned it down. We seen Triple G fight Sergey Derevyanchenko and Triple G got his ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? So if we go off of that, well, such and such fought such and such and he looked like this, well, you got to give it to Jamal Charlo right now. But at the end of the day, Canelo's still the most proven out of all of them. He's still to me, you can't just put Jamal Charlo over him. They got to fight, but he's not willing to fight Jamal Charlo up until now. So that speaks volumes also. Jay Cooley off in the building. What's good? Bernard Burton off in the building. Ellie Dog Bay, what's happening with it? But yeah, so what you got on that?
Like I said last night, if it's true, if they is getting Canelo to want to fight Maul now, it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing. Like I say, I ain't a tit for tat ass nigga. We know how the situation is in this boxing game. We know how certain fighters don't want to fight you unless it makes sense for them. They want to make the dollar sense. They already know it's competitive. You know what I'm saying? But they want the shit to add up to the dollars to where even if I do take a L, I know the money looking good. So with that being said, I just say Maul down, show them with the pay-per-view that, you know what I'm saying, they got some substance and that the skill level is there and that people will be interested in it. You know what I mean? They already knew. But now, if it's true, it's a good thing because Jamal and them not going to turn down the fight. They still trying to get the fights. They still need the fights because those are the big fights at 160. You know what I mean? So now if this is what I had to do to open up your eyes, beat Derevyanchenko ass like this, to open up your eyes for y'all motherfuckers to see that I am the real deal and I do deserve these fights, then so be it. You know what I mean? So be it. But I don't think Canelo will be next for Jamal. Like you said, I think the best thing smoking right now is to try to get Jamal and Andrade to fight. I feel like that's the fight to try to make happen right there. With Canelo on the outside looking in, you know what I mean? Well, I ain't gonna say on the outside looking in, but right there on the verge, because if he go fight at 168 to try to get that fucking title, we don't know what he gonna do after that. You know what I mean? That's 175 into 168. Do you want to come back to 160? Or do you want to, you know what I mean, vacate those titles? Or do you say, fuck it, let me go down here and get this big pay-per-view fight with one of these boys? Because at the end of the day, when you look at 168 and you look at 175, you don't see no fighters there that's bigger than Jamal Charlo for Canelo. You know what I'm saying? When you go get the 168 title, you got Caden Plant, you got Caden Smith right there. You know what I mean? You still got Benavidez right there. But would those names be bigger than a Canelo versus Jamal? I don't think so. You go 175 where it's dangerous for your ass with Beterbiev and Bivol. You're looking at those fighters. Do you really want to get your ass in there with them and try to say, okay, let me prove to y'all that I can win the title at 175? Those are dangerous fights. Then you talking about cruiserweight, which is just absurd to me. I don't think he's going to fight at no fucking cruiserweight unless you get an Olympically limp motherfucker that get a scrap where you know he can knock him the fuck out. But I don't see that happening. So when we look at 75, 68, and 60, the biggest fight that we can say is Jamal Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez. Besides the Triple G fight, which people don't even want to see no more. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I ain't gonna call it the PR stunt key, but I understand what you're saying. But at the end of if they want to make it happen, make it happen. But if not, then the best thing for Jamal to do while this train is hot and smoking is to try to get fucking Triple G or Andrade in the ring, which Andrade being the best candidate. You know what I mean? He got a scrap and people, see him as a number 2 because I do got Jamal number 1 at 160 pounds, and I got Demetrius Andrade number 2 because of Canelo. he fucking from weight to weight. We don't even know what fucking weight class he gonna stay in. So I'm gonna stay with the people that's solid in the division. That's there saying, okay, I'm in this division. So I got Maul number 1, I got Andrade number 2, and I put Triple G number 3. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a strap. So if they can make that happen with Maul and fucking Andrade, that'll be a plus for his fans. That'll damn sure be a plus for Maul if he can beat somebody like Andrade to become unified champion. Then Canelo ain't got no other choice but to fight me. You know what I'm saying? Triple G ain't got no other choice but to fight me because I'm the man in the division now. That's how you turn the tables. You know what I'm saying? But that's my thoughts on the kid.
Yeah. Let me see. Chopstick said he don't want Jamal. Mike Oliver off in the building. What's happening with you, Mike? Daniel Parr says Showtime fights Lipinus versus Akbadurev. This I forgot. Wait, he said we're supposed to be this weekend and move to October the 24th. Damn, I ain't seen Lipinus. Lipinus is solid, man. I like Lipinus, man. That's that Akbadurev. That's the dude that used to be Errol Spence's mandatory, but he he didn't want to fight Spence. He was Spence's mandatory, I think, for a minute, but he didn't want to take that fight. Excuse me. Then he looked at Spence and knew he was gonna take an L and was like, man, fuck that. I ain't got no chance. Syndicate J says the only reason Canelo calling out Charlo name is because the zone is fucking with his money. Like I said, I don't even know necessarily me. I don't even think Canelo is. I just think that's his PR people. You know what I'm saying? Canelo act like he don't even be knowing what's going on in boxing. You know what I'm saying? If you hear Canelo, he act like he don't even really keep up with what's going on in boxing. So I don't know. I don't think that's even him saying that. Because I mean, when the talks was real big about him and Jamal Charlo before, he never showed no interest in fighting Jamal Charlo. Syndicate J says it's a PR stunt. Bernard Burton says GGG will really put some mustard on Jamal resume, especially if Jamal win in good fashion. But that fight had never happened. I mean, Triple G, after he fought Stephen Rose, he said he would never fight Demetrius Andrade or Jamal Charlo. That I mean, and it's crazy. He straight up said he wasn't gonna fight him. My partner Daryl Ford off in the building. What's good with it? He says I can't wait for the fight next week. Want to bet? Shit, I'm betting on Lomachenko. If you want to bet on Teofimo Lopez, shit, get at me. But I don't think you know. I know you smarter than that. I know you smarter than that.
Shit, you never know. Let's see who we put down there. Shit, I want to bet too.
That's my partner right there.
I know brothers, sister, cousin, uncle, aunt, anybody can get it once you talk about bet.
Yes, sir.
Put the name in the chat, Daryl Ford.
Huh?
I told Daryl Ford, put the name in the chat. Who you pulling for?
Yeah. Put who you got. Put the name in the chat, Daryl. Yeah, man, but I don't know. It's like this news is coming out, but look at the situation he in. You know what I'm saying? Look at the situation he in. We got to see what's going on with that situation. And then so man, I don't believe it. He says, I want Loma, you know I'm smart. Yeah. I think we both got Loma. You know, shit. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I ain't gonna lie, Money. As far as the Loma team with Teofimo Lopez fight, I ain't been this excited about a fight in a long time. I really ain't. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting as fuck, though. You know, like I just feel like you know, Tio got that hype behind him, man, and everybody really want to see because a lot of people just hate Lomachenko for whatever personal reason. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For whatever personal reason, they just want to see him get knocked off the hill. That's what that is. Call it for what it is. Really. They just want to see him get knocked off the hill. Don't give a fuck how good he is. Don't give a fuck what he done. Lomachenko could, you know what I'm saying, go out there and beat 30 of the best motherfuckers in the world. They still not gonna give him respect. And it's always gonna be that one. Oh, like let's keep it real. He having the Floyd Mayweather effect on you niggas a little bit. Let's play reverse psychology. Because it don't matter what the fuck he do. Y'all not gonna give him credit. Y'all just want to see the nigga get knocked off anyhow, anyway. You know what I'm saying? T.O. can go in that motherfucker with some loaded gloves. You know what I'm saying? All type of shit. Niggas still won't give a fuck. Let him fight. Let him fight. He supposed to be this. He supposed to be that. Let him fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm looking at it, man. Like, just give respect where respect is due, man. Lomachenko a bad motherfucker. You know, I ain't got no problem if y'all rocking with T.O. and y'all really with T.O. saying y'all want to see him beat him. But I see a lot of disdain for Lomachenko because of personal reasons. And I can't fly with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm pulling for Teofimo. I want Teofimo to be successful. I want him to win. I just don't think he's going to win, man. I just don't think so. I just think Lomachenko has too much in that motherfucking arsenal. In Monnie Brown opinion, in Keon opinion, I just think the man got too much in that arsenal, man, to lose to T.O. right now at this moment. You know what I'm saying? To lose right now at this moment. And that's just me, man. Like I said, T.O. can beat Lomachenko. He has to prove it to me. You know what I'm saying? And if he do beat him, I'm giving him all the credit in the world. I just don't think it's going to happen, man.
Like me, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm not going for Teofimo Lopez. I don't want him to win. But when I look at boxing, you know, I'm a person. I bet on boxing. You know, I mean, it ain't no secret. I put money on boxing. So, me doing that, I don't put my like. If I don't like somebody, I like Teofimo, but I like Loma. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Loma fan. But even if I didn't, even if I wasn't a Loma fan or whatnot. Or even if I was a huge Teofimo Lopez fan or whatever it is, I'm not like I don't watch boxing like that. I really pick who I think is the best. Even if I'm a fan of a person, if I think they're not gonna win, you know, I'm gonna let you know. Like, yeah, I mess with him, but I don't think he could beat this fighter. But that's not the case. I really think that Lomachenko has too much in his arsenal, you know. And hit my like button. It don't make no sense if you on here and you can't hit the like button. Hit the like button. But yeah, I really think that I really think that Lomachenko got too much in his arsenal. You know, most people banking on the knockout. Most people banking on Teofimo Lopez to knock out Lomachenko, right? Like my man Shakur Stevenson said. Shakur Stevenson, he said that if it goes 12. He definitely got Lomachenko. He says if it's a knockout, he got Teofimo Lopez. So, I mean, that lets you know what same thing that most people saying, you know, the same thing that most people saying that Teofimo Lopez, his chance is knocking out Lomachenko, and that's a slim chance. It's a slim chance. And I mean, you know, I see people, y'all keep on putting your videos up and everything that's going on. That's going, y'all can keep bashing the man, put up your videos, but at the end of the day, we ain't got too long. The fight is around the corner, and you're gonna have to eat all of that shit. And if I have to eat everything I've been saying, I'm gonna be right on here and I'm gonna eat it. But make sure that y'all keep that same energy. That's all I'm asking. I don't want to hear no excuses. Man. So let me get through y'all comments, and I want to get in on Ryan Garcia for a minute, but let me get through these comments. Let me see. Deacon 305, what's happening? Off in the building. Ellie Dogbay says, has T.O. gone the distance before? Full 12 rounds? He might gas out in those championship rounds. I know he gone the distance before. I don't know if he went 12 before. I don't know if he's went a full 12 before. Bernard Bird says, I got Lomo put Timo has a puncher's chance. He says T.O. got the puncher's chance. Daniel Parr says odds are going up fast in Loma Lopez fight. Yeah, man. I think Loma like a negative 340 or something like that. Yeah, salute to you. Julian Lawrence Ward, he said checking in all the way from Italy. Salute to you. What's good? He said he's seen Loma as high as a negative 420. I seen it like a 340. I think that's what it was. But switching gears, switching gears, man. So Ryan Garcia, he out here, you know, damn near he begging for a fight day, you know. It's been a minute now that we heard that Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell was supposed to fight, right? Shit, we in October right now, right? Back, we thought that they was supposed to be fighting in October for a minute, when this first got announced, because they've been talking about this fight since early summertime, since the summer before the summer hit, they've been talking about this fight. And we still don't have a fight date for Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell. We still don't have a fight date. Ryan Garcia has come out and he's basically on social media begging Oscar De La Hoya, please give me a fight date. Please, can I have a fight date? That's bad. Like, that's bad when both sides have agreed to the fight. It's been months and months now, and your fighter, Ryan Garcia, has to come out on social media begging his promoter to give him a fight date. Man, it's all bad over there. Everything looking real bad over there with the Golden Boys. Curtis Anderson off in the building. What's good? John Kramer off in the building. Everything looking bad over there. It's looking real bad over there. When you have to beg your promoter for a fight. Henny Gomez, I see you in the building. What's happening? That's crazy. Are we even gonna get this Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell fight? We still got November and December. We still got November and December left, right? But they already, and with that being said, they already talking about Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis. That fight is gonna happen. That's agreed to. But I'm like, how are we talking about Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis when Ryan Garcia don't even have a fight date for Luke Campbell yet? Right? So I'm lost. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that, Money? Money, you on mute.
Oh, damn. I was feeling the same way. I'm like, shit. Tank ain't even get past Leo Santa Cruz yet. This motherfucker ain't even fight fucking Luke Campbell yet. But y'all talking about y'all agreed to fight in 2021. Y'all some cocky, confident motherfuckers. And this Ryan Garcia, toughest fight of his career. If he can get the fight locked down with Luke Campbell, you know what I mean? Looking at the whole situation as a whole, the zone going through some shit. We see Devin Haney got his date for November 7th, so we see he going on. But y'all talked about Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell way before this Devin Haney and motherfucking Gamboa shit. And like you say, Keith, they ain't even locked in. And I want to see the fucking fight, bro. I want to see it. That's a good fight, bro. That is a good fight. That's the fight to tell us if Ryan Garcia is going to be able to hold his own with these young killers, bro. That is the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Luke Campbell go test his ass. And I like Ryan Garcia. I'm a fan of Ryan Garcia. I like the kid. I do. I want to see him do good. I want to see him be in that mix with them young boys. I want boxing to be in great hands with these young killers coming up. To say we got another 10 plus years of great fights coming up if we get these motherfuckers to fight each other. But nonetheless, how the fuck could you say y'all locked in for 2021? Y'all looking ahead like a motherfucker. We ain't even finished 2020. We always say live in the day, not tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? I understand people say the present make the future, but we ain't even get done with these Negroes yet. The fights ain't even locked in yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like shit crazy. It's crazy, you know.
But let me finish, Keith. But yeah, so it's like I'm looking at that situation, bro. And I'm like, God damn, like Ryan, and like we said, we know he needs some work. We know he needs some work. How we was talking about yesterday, he too straight up and down. I know Luke Campbell is gonna push him, but lock this fight in first before you talking about putting him in on with Gervonta Davis. I mean, y'all talking about the big fights and this and that. Gervonta Davis, get past Leo Santa Cruz first before you talking about fucking Ryan Garcia. Y'all boys need to handle y'all business first. That's what's wrong with boxing. We look too far ahead and we don't stay in the present days and get this shit over with first. Everybody, oh well, we can get this, we can get that. Nah, man, worry about the fights that we got now. Enjoy the fights that we got now. And then what happened if one of these motherfuckers get upset and then you don't get the fight, then you look stupid as fuck. Same scenario with motherfucking talking about Tyson Fury and Josh Joshua motherfucking Anthony Joshua. I can't get the motherfucking name out. But y'all talking about all that shit, and Fury and Wild ain't even handle their business shit. So I just say when people look too far ahead, bro, locking in shit, so much I got things locked in and all this, which is hype. Now I can say that shit a PR stunt because neither one of you motherfuckers has fought yet. So now people, oh man, we got Tank and Ryan for next year. Okay, Tank for the fight. Let's see Tank. Oh, Ryan, man, make the date for Ryan and fucking Luke Campbell first. Make that date first, because Luke Campbell can go in there and very well beat the shit out of this young boy. You know what I'm saying? Beat the shit out of him. No, if he don't land that punch, that's a motherfucker we need to talk about. What can he do if he can't land a punch? Like I say, I'm a fan of the kid, but he got to show me more, man. He got to show me more. And I ain't a fan of locking in fights, kid, before a motherfucker's done with the fights that they got already. So that's my take on it. But make sure y'all handle y'all business first for y'all talking about fighting in the future. Or you motherfuckers ain't get past the tests that y'all got coming up.
Real talk. And y'all hit my like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you on YouTube. I mean, if you on Facebook and you haven't subscribed to the channel on YouTube, everything boxing and sports, go and subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Hit the like button before you do anything. And subscribe to Monnie Brown TV. Subscribe to Monnie Brown TV. He putting out content. He putting out videos every day. But yeah, man, like this shit crazy to me. We don't even know. Like from this point right now, we don't even know if Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell gonna get a fight date. What's the holdup? You know what I'm saying? This fight been basically announced months and months ago. Why we ain't got a fight date? You know, and then like my man said, you don't even know if Ryan Garcia gonna get past Luke Campbell if they do fight, right? Luke Campbell ain't no punk. Luke Campbell's a hell of a fighter. Ryan Garcia has never been in the ring with nobody near the skill level. And I'm not talking about the amateurs. I'm not talking about sparring. Under the lights, right? In that professional ranks, Ryan Garcia has never been in the ring with nobody near the skill level of Luke Campbell. Luke Campbell was an Olympic gold medalist. Luke Campbell gave Vasil Lomachenko everything, everything that everything he had, gave him a tough fight. Luke Campbell, when Luke Campbell was very green in his career, he damn near beat Linares when Linares was on top of the game. When Linares was at his peak, Luke Campbell damn near beat him. So Luke Campbell's a hell of a fighter, So we don't even know if Ryan Garcia can beat Luke Campbell. The thing is when I say I don't know, I really don't know how that fight gonna go down, because we know that Ryan Garcia is steady improving. We know that he has power. We know that he's getting better, but we still haven't seen him in the ring, right? We still ain't seen him. I mean, last time we seen him in the ring, I think he got a first round knockout. We didn't even get to see what he could do. We haven't seen him tested like that in a long time. Since he's been with Eddie Reynoso, Canelo's trainer. So we don't even know what's going on. We don't know how good he is. We really don't. So for him to be talking about a Tank Davis, you ain't even got your feet wet yet to be talking about a Tank Davis. And then on the other end, Tank Davis, he got to get past Leo Santa Cruz. I know everybody, even myself, is basically sometimes I got to catch myself because I'm already putting him past Leo Santa Cruz. But when you break that fight down, Leo Santa Cruz has a chance to win that fight. He got a chance to win that fight. And I don't think Leo Santa Cruz is going to beat Tank Davis, but if he does, that shit off the table. You know what I'm saying? And if Ryan Garcia don't even get a fight with Luke Campbell, I don't see him walking directly into a fight with Tank Davis. You got to put him in there to test him against somebody like Luke Campbell before you put him in there with a Tank Davis. So man, all of that shit is crazy that we even talking about this, And then Shakur Stevenson, he did an interview, and Shakur, he said that if Leo Santa Cruz mess around and win, that's who he going after. Because see, Shakur Stevens, we talking about the 130-pound weight division. We already know that Tank, if he wins, he gonna have to fight. Say if both Tank Davis wins, and then Ryan Garcia gets the fight with Luke Campbell and he wins. Well, then Tank Davis would have to move up to 135 in that fight to happen. I think it's a big, huge fight if they both win, but we got to get past the checkpoint. You know what I'm saying? We got to get past the checkpoint before we talking about any of this. So, man, it's just all talk. It's crazy that they even talking about this, because it's like, to me, is kind of disrespectful, because it looked like both of y'all looking past y'all opponents. Y'all looking at the finish line and ain't even start the race yet. You already looking at passing the finish line and you ain't even started the race yet. And like I said, if something happened, if everything don't go right, Shakur Stevenson gonna be in the driver's seat, because Shakur Stevenson, like I was saying yesterday, even though that him and Jamel Herring are cool, Shakur Stevenson is the mandatory for Jamel Herring's 130-pound title. And what he's saying, yeah, they cool, but hey, he want that title. You know what I'm saying? He wants that title. And if he get that title, he gonna be looking for a unification bout. Whether it's with Leo Santa Cruz. He really want to fight Leo Santa Cruz, because I think Shakur Stevenson look at Leo Santa Cruz as food. Shakur Stevenson he wants to fight Tank Davis, but he knows that him and Tank Davis is a huge mega pay-per-view fight. So I don't think that he has a problem with holding off that fight, for another year or so, because he knows that fight, or maybe the back end of next year, because he knows that fight is a huge pay-per-view fight, which he said it. Let me see. Stephen Fisher off in the building, coming from that Flint, Michigan. What's good? I'm gonna actually be out there. I should be out there within the next week and a half. John Kramer says, salute everything boxing, and he says, salute to my little bro, Money to God. Let me see. John Kramer says T.O. has to be first if he start trial. He said if he start to try out things, Lomo, he says on Lomo, I think he meant to say, he says it will be a long night, and keep Lomo on his back foot. It's a wrap. He says, I have never saw Lomo fight on his back foot. Let me see who this is. We got a caller calling in. Let me see who this calling in. What's good? Where you calling from? What's your name?
What's up? This is Justin Jr. Do you remember me? It's been a while.
Yeah. What's good, little Justin? I remember you. What's happening with you?
Oh, nothing much. I just seen your name title pop up. Figure I come in here, drop a like.
Okay.
Man, the next big star in boxing is Gervonta Davis. I already know that. Gervonta Davis has been a star.
Okay.
Yep.
So
the numbers speak for itself, and even when he was fighting people like Hugo Ruiz, Hugo, a great fighter, but not pay-per-view level. He was still racking up big numbers. So he's the next big star. Tough test coming this month against Leo. Leo, good fighter, but I think Gervonta can get through him. But he better not fight like he did against Gamboa, man. And he better take it more serious, have more discipline.
Okay, Justin, I appreciate you calling in, and we gonna, since we gonna go right into that. So I'm gonna read these comments, and then we gonna go into who is the next big star.
One more thing. I don't mean to steal all your viewers, but how many subscribers do you have?
Like 1,300. Why?
Oh shoot. You had it hidden, so I was just wondering why. I just reached 600. 600. I have 605 right now after my viral 54,000 video and counting I made a week ago. I interview MMA fighters. I bring MMA content, and I'm looking back to get into boxing content. Subscribe to my channel, y'all. Justin Jr. 962. I'm working something out with Blue Blood Sports TV soon. I'm interviewing Mighty Mouse, UFO soon, and I'm gonna be commenting with DT3, the Boon Man, if Colby Covington versus Jorge gets put together. So hey, eat everything boxing sports. Take it easy.
Oh man, Justin, young dude, he doing his thing. How old are you for everybody? So everybody you know, man, you doing your thing.
13.
13 years old, man. Everybody go, support Justin. He 13 years old out here, making power moves.
Yep.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you calling in, Justin.
Yep, thank you.
For sure. Yes, sir. So let me see. Henny Gomez, what's good with you? I'm gonna get through some of y'all comments and then we're gonna continue. We're gonna go right into the topic. Since we're talking about these young hitters already, we're gonna talk about who's the next big superstar in boxing. Steven Fisher, let me see. Big E Gambino, what's good? He said checking in from the DC. He says love to all. He said the next boxer to blow is Jaron Ennis. Daniel Parr says, what do you like? He says, who do you like if Campbell Garcia fight odds are even? Damn, that's a good question, man. Let me get back to that one. 503 Lion says Ryan needs to fight Luke first. That's a fact. That's a fact. Let me see. Big G says, do you think Oscar is nervous to make this fight with Luke? Could that possibly be the holdup? I think, man, it's so much of shit going on over there with Golden Boy. We it could be a plethora of things. Justin Jr. Okay, there he is. He said, salute my brothers in the chat. I think Justin just had called in. Let me see. Trevin Simmons says Jaron Ennis is the next big star. Bernard Bird says Tank is fighting 2 fights to scale. He says he fighting 2 fights to scale and Santa Cruz by fighting in that catchweight. Well, he not fighting in the catchweight. He fighting at 130. Tank Davis, I don't know if y'all seen his interview. Tank Davis said that 130, that's like his best weight. He said he feel, even though he couldn't hardly make 135, he said that he thinks that 130 is his best weight. He likes fighting at 130 better, Mr. Sheldon, I see you off in the building. Trevin Simmons says, but Haney star, he says, but Haney is star now as well. Let me see. Mr. Sheldon said that's the 50-year-old troll from the UK. Nah, Justin Jr. He been calling in for a long time, man. He not a troll. He actually do really got a channel. Justin, he actually a kid.
Justin got a channel doing his thing, man.
Yeah, he not a troll. Yeah, nah, he not a troll, Mr. Sheldon. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it, Money. We got Tank Davis, we got Ryan Garcia, we got Jaron Ennis, we still got shit. I mean, if we talking about the next big star, as in pay-per-view star, we still got Errol Spence, we got the Charlo brothers, because we can't count them out. We got Shakur Stevenson, we got who else? I mean, we got a lot of young fighters, even though we don't look at Errol Spence and these guys. They still young, you know what I'm saying? They still young. They still we still looking for next big pay-per-view star. So, what you got on that money? I'll let you go first on that.
Yeah, looking at the overall landscape of it, like you say, with Earl and Cholo and Tank, they still haven't reached the numbers to where we can say pay-per-view stars. But we see Earl on this third pay-per-view on the road. So now look at the whole situation. We're not gonna get Floyd Mayweather numbers no more. You know what I'm saying? At this stage, especially with what's going on. So I'm thinking, just being realistic, you know what I mean? 500,000 pay-per-view buys might be the norm. That might be the landscape. You know what I'm saying? What we say it's a great pay-per-view. 600 to be pushed it. But we know Wilder and Fury, by a country going up against a country, and them boys being who they are, they can reach 500 to 600. So we can get Earl or these young boys to start reaching 500 pay-per-view buys. You know what I'm saying? I think that'd be a plus. You know, unless we get Canelo and Charlo, where I feel like they can do good numbers. You know, when we're saying stars and pay-per-view stars, it got to be a different situation. You know what I'm saying? But when we're looking at the stars like Tank and Jerron Ennis, like I got to put Tank above Jerron Ennis down like that because he got a different fan base. But when we say Jerron Ennis and Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez, they do have the potential. Teofimo has the potential to be a star. You know what I'm saying? If he can go on here with what's on the line right now, with everybody looking, like you say, Keith, everybody excited for this fight. If he can go in there and knock out a fucking Lomachenko, if you go in there and knock out Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, that put him on a whole different plateau. You know what I'm saying? That put him on a whole different plateau. So he know how to talk. You know what I mean? He can back his shit up if he can go in there and do that. So they can put him somewhere. We see Earl now, like I say, Earl leading the way. His third pay-per-view on the road. And if he get past Danny, then he'll be on his fourth one. You know, Tank's starting off for his first pay-per-view, so we're going to see what he's looking like. So it's like it's levels to go. It's levels to go. But we got a lot of stars in the game for us, the young stars and things like that. But that superstar and that pay-per-view star, it's gonna take a lot more for them boys to reach that level or that plateau. You know what I mean? So different categories, different. You know what I mean? It's gonna take time to get there. But we got a lot of hope and future with the boxing game if they can put on the right fights at the right time. You know what I mean? Putting the shit on when it's hot, when the people want it, they can make the dollars and make the sense. But if you go drag it along and you do a pay-per-view fight, you do okay, but then you go back to doing this and doing that, then you go fall behind. So it's gonna be all about who stay the most consistent, who taking on the tougher fights. You know what I'm saying? Like we might get Shakur, might be taking on some tough fights, but it might not be pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? Same like Lomachenko and Teofimo right now. I think, like we say, this can very well be a pay-per-view fight. It can very well, and people will pay. People would pay, but it's on ESPN, which is a plus. So everybody's gonna get to see this shit. And like I said, if he can go out there and deliver, then they put him on a different plateau. But after that, if he go out there and knock out Lomachenko, as we know, Bob Arum gonna be looking at everything for pay-per-view next for Teofimo. So it's gonna come down to how these boys perform, the consistency level. You know what I'm saying? And who are they fighting? So it's gonna be all in that round like that. So I ain't really looking for too many motherfucking superstars and pay-per-view stars. I'm looking at who's gonna be consistent, that we can put in that box and say that boy's fighting big fights after big fights after big fights, and he deserved that level, whether it's pay-per-view or not. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take a lot to put in that box, you know what I'm saying? But we got a lot of stars, up and coming stars, and a lot of motherfuckers with a lot of potential to be stars. But it's gonna be who can be consistent and who can stay at that level and fight at that level as their career go on and want to be at that level and perform at that level. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it. It's gonna be a lot to stand them box, checking off them boxes for me.
So right now, if you're talking about the next pay-per-view star, you got EJ, you got Errol Spence. I think Errol Spence is in the lead right now. His numbers are already proven. His numbers are only gonna get bigger from now, right? But if you want to talk about the class from 20 to the like 25, 26 age range, Tank Davis is above all of them right now. So Tank Davis, to me, he's in the same position, not quite. Well, I ain't gonna say the same position, but he's in a similar position that Adrian Broner was when Adrian Broner was coming up, you know, behind Floyd Mayweather, right? Adrian Broner, right? He had the star power of the hip hop world knew who he was, the entertainment world knew who he was, right? And Adrian Broner, all he had to do is continue to stay focused and win, right? He didn't have a problem getting big fights because everybody wanted to be in the ring with AB because of his name, his star power, right? Tank Davis is in the same position right now. I wouldn't say he's in that because I think AB, because of AB's you know, the charisma and everything that AB was doing, Tank Davis ain't quite on that level, right? But he's somewhere near there, right? He's near that level, right?
And I'm not sure AB linked himself to being with Floyd Mayweather. So sometimes when people say AB fight, they thought they were saying Floyd fight. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it was them, but kind of linked itself in that little realm a little bit.
Right. So Tank Davis is, you know, he's close to that spot. He's the one that's in that spot right now, right? So in the similarities, right? They both had Tank Davis. He has issues of discipline, but all Tank Davis all he have to do, because he don't have no problem with getting fights. All of them. Well, I mean, I ain't gonna say he don't have no problem with getting fights. Is that his promotional side? They act like they got have a problem with putting him in the ring with certain fighters, but he's in the driver's seat to actually probably even pass Errol Spence, right? In all of in everybody else.
I agree.
If he can win, if he can win, look impressive because he got that star power. Motherfucker, people love Tank, you know. He has that star power. But he got to be able to fight these stars. He got to be able to fight these stars. He got to be able to fight these other guys like Ryan Garcia, maybe Teofimo Lopez or Vasil Lomachenko, Shakur Stevenson. You know, he got to give us these fights. And if he can give us these fights and win, Tank Davis will be the next superstar, right? He will be the next superstar. But he's fighting a lot of battles. He's fighting issues, you know, with being disciplined himself. We still, well, no matter what nobody say, we still don't know if he can beat them guys. We know what Errol Spence can do. You see what I'm saying? So Errol Spence is already in that seat, right? He in that seat. It's up to Errol Spence to fuck up and lose that position. But Tank Davis is right behind him. You feel me? Tank Davis is right behind him. Now, I see a lot of people saying Jaron Ennis. Jaron Ennis got a long way to go. I mean, you know, but Jaron Ennis, he does have the boxing style. He has the charisma, but he don't have the team behind him. He don't have the, when I say team, I mean the promotional team behind him. Jaron Ennis is way in the back, and it's not because of his fighting skills. Now, see, a lot of people get it mixed up when we say next superstar. A lot of people like, oh, well, he got the skills and that don't matter. I mean, that matters, but it's a whole lot that goes with being the next pay-per-view star or next big star in boxing than your skills. Because if we talking about skills alone, I mean, we could put my man Shakur Stevenson right there. Shakur Stevenson, he another one. Look at Shakur. He with Top Rank. He can get the TV, you know, viewing. He can gain the fan base, all of that, you know. It's a lot of cats that's above Jaron Ennis. I wouldn't put Jaron Ennis in these talks right now because the situation that Jaron Ennis is in, you know, with who he has promoting him and everything, it's going to be hard for Jaron Ennis to get that star power. it's gonna be hard to get some of these other guys to fight Jaron Ennis with the situation that he in. So right now, I think you got two names, but let's not forget Deontay Wilder. But I didn't really put Deontay Wilder in this big because Deontay Wilder's already a star. You know what I'm saying? So these guys are trying to catch up to Deontay Wilder, right? Deontay Wilder going knock out Tyson Fury, right? He doing over $1 million. He gonna do over $1 million. He's ain't nobody nowhere near him. He go out there and knock out Tyson Fury. But like I said, he's older. You know what I'm saying? So we're talking about these young fighters. And right now it's Errol Spence that is the star. He's gonna be the next closest to hit that $1 million pay-per-view mark, and then right behind him is Tank Davis. But like I said, ain't nothing set in stone. To keep it 100, neither one. Neither one. They could both fall off. They could both fall off. And then you got guys like Devin Haney. My bad. We didn't even talk about Devin Haney. Then you got guys like Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson that can go ahead and jump in that seat and take over. So everything is wide open right now. But right now we looking at Errol Spence. Right now it's Errol Spence. He's the next big star. Period. That's how I feel about it. I know I said a lot, but yeah, it come down to Errol Spence is the next big star. And next to him is probably Tank Davis.
And we can put Jermell Charlo in the mix. You think continue doing what he's doing?
Jermell Charlo, but Jermell Charlo Jermell Charlo don't really have that opponent in his weight class. Yeah, he, you know what I'm saying? We like Jermell Charlo to put him there, but I'm not speaking for money. I'm speaking for myself. Jermell Charlo, I can't really put him there right now because it's not nothing to do with him. You know what I'm saying? If we talk about skills, we could put Jermell, but we talking about star, right? So we talk to be a big star, you got to have that opponent. Jermell Charlo don't have that opponent because he got some dogs in his division, arguably the best division in boxing. But he don't have that big name opponent in that division because is Lara it? No.
Everybody took an L in that motherfucker.
Yeah, Jared Hurd is 250 some pounds. It looked like he ain't it. He already took an L. You got shit. Ain't nobody in that weight division. Ain't nobody there. Now Jamal Charlo, to me, Jamal Charlo, he can become a superstar faster than Jermell Charlo because Jamal Charlo got that opponent. If Jamal Charlo can somehow
he got that charisma to me though.
If Jamal Charlo can somehow get a fight with Canelo or Triple G, that's gonna skyrocket him. Jamal Charlo already. If Jamal Charlo can get a fight with Canelo and beat Canelo, Jamal Charlo's a star. You know what I'm saying? He's a pay-per-view star. Nothing else. He a pay-per-view star. He already talked the big shit. He got the charisma. If Jamal Charlo fuck around and get a fight with Canelo, he could pass Tank Davis and Errol Spence. But like I said, I don't see him getting that fight. So I mean, but yeah, it could happen. Let me get through some of y'all comments. So this is the next big star in boxing, right? And everybody, like my man said, everybody like to gauge numbers off of what Floyd Mayweather did. Nobody's gonna do those numbers no more. And for one reason is that none of these dudes know how to promote themselves like Floyd Mayweather did, right? That's for one. So they not putting in the work that Floyd Mayweather did to promote themselves. For two, pay-per-view is just not the same now. You got all these you can go on boxing groups and you will have thousands of comments with everybody bragging about where they gonna stream the fight at and how they gonna stream the fight. So with the streaming world going on and people know how to steal fights and all that, you will never see no 3 million, 4 million, 2.5 million pay-per-view buys no more. We're not seeing those numbers no more.
With everybody stealing my fight.
Straight up. I mean, it's just. I mean, I'm keeping it 100. We're not gonna see those numbers no more. When Floyd Mayweather fought Conor McGregor, see with him coming with the UFC, they got bread. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole different amount of money. You feel me? So they had the UFC, and they had all the boxing fans, right? And they had money. Whatever they did to shut that shit down to where it was very hard to be able to steal that fight.
But even with the Floyd and the Conor, though, that shit was the best of both worlds. That's why I say that was the one-time thing, bro, where it was the best of both worlds, and it made sense. It did make sense, bro. I never wanted to see a crossover fight with boxing and MMA, but I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to see Floyd beat Conor McGregor. I wanted to see it. I want to see it because I know, we know that if you really know, man, you know, Conor took Floyd's whole storyline. You know, Dana been around Floyd for 20 plus years, so you know he saw what was going on. But that made kind of sense because Conor McGregor was the biggest thing in mixed martial arts, while Floyd was the biggest thing in boxing. So that shit kind of made sense and it made dollars. But that was it. That was a one-time thing for me. I wouldn't want to see no shit like that with Pacquiao and McGregor because Floyd carried McGregor and he know what he was doing. Pacquiao gonna knock Conor McGregor ass out in 2 rounds because Pacquiao don't carry no motherfucker. He'll go out there with a boxing mentality and knock him the fuck out. But it made dollar sense. And it was entertaining as fuck.
Yeah. Real talk. But see, so we can't really gauge these guys. Oh, they only did this amount of pay-per-view. Like, who you gauging it on? You gauging it off of Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? You gauging it off of something that we shouldn't be gauging it off of. But let me see. Hold on. Let me get through some of y'all comments. Let me see. Hold on. Daniel Parr says Mikey beats Pacquiao. He will be the next big star. And we gonna get into Pacquiao. I don't agree with you at all. But you know, that's your opinion. I respect your opinion. But we're gonna get into Pacquiao. Let me get through the rest of y'all comments real quick. Bruce Gold says we don't know if he can make weight. I think he's talking about Tank. Excuse me. Trevin Simmons says, what about Devin? Yeah, I had threw Devin off in there. I had originally skipped up on Devin's name, not on purpose. I think it was just, it was so many names in my head. I slipped up on Devin, but Devin Haney definitely. But I don't know about Devin Haney being over there on that app. I think that's hurting him. They're gonna have to get Devin Haney off of that DAZN app.
Can I ask you a football question real fast?
What'd you say?
Can I ask you one football question off the record?
Yeah. Let me read this last comment real quick. Sebastian says Charlo gonna get KO by Canelo. They will that will never happen. No. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
You think Nick Chubb is better than Kareem Hunt?
Do I think Nick Chubb is better than Kareem Hunt? Man, as just a straight up running back, yeah. I like if I got a running back that I'm just gonna hand the ball to and okay, go out there and get it for me, yeah. But as far as an all around, I would take Kareem Hunt all around because Kareem Hunt he's better than he's better than Chubb, in pass catching. Yeah, you could put him in the you could put him out there as a receiver too, but all around I would have to go with Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I'm taking Kareem Hunt over Nick Chubb too, but that's all because I just seen some shit. I just want to show that's off the record. But you can get back to the box.
Yeah. So man, let's get on Mikey. I mean, let's get on Manny Pacquiao ass, right? I like Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is a hell of a dude. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Let me Todd Swindle says Mayweather was hated by a lot, He says by a lot of people. He says a lot of folks bought his pay-per-view to see him lose. He says that brought his money up a lot. Yeah, that's a fact, Todd. Todd coming in from that ATL pound for pound boxing channel. What's good? Salute. Yeah, that's what shit. And Arrow, that's another reason. Arrow can actually be he already right there. He can, he can continue that Mayweather shit because they hate Errol Spence for no reason. You know what I'm saying? He hated. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people hate it. Well, it's kind of like with Mayweather, a lot of people hated him. Errol Spence, it's a lot of fans that hate him for no reason. It's with Errol Spence, you either love him or you just hate him. It's kind of like it ain't really kind of like it ain't really no in between. BG says, yep, Chubb's gonna get. He said, yep, Chubb's gonna get you 3 to 4 yards each down. Yeah, like I said, if this is just a workhorse, well, I just want to hand you the rock. But if I need a running back that I'm gonna need to, get out there, on that line and catch some balls and run, I'm gonna have to go with Hunt. But yeah, so man, let's talk about Manny Pacquiao. Like I said, Manny Pacquiao, I love Manny Pacquiao. He's just a great person, I know people like to talk about shit that he did in his past. Oh, he did this and he drank. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Manny Pacquiao right now. He a great person. I like Manny Pacquiao. Great fighter. One of the best to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? Will go down as one of the best that ever did it, right? But let's talk about how Manny Pacquiao ducked Errol Spence. Flat out. He hopped in the ring, and I knew it was going to happen. He hopped in the ring, and he started stuttering and shit because for some reason, Manny Pacquiao was convinced that Mikey Garcia was going to beat Errol Spence. I don't know what made him think that Mikey Garcia was going to beat Errol Spence, right? I don't know what made him think that. Maybe he thought the fight was going to be close and they was going to rob Errol Spence of a decision. I don't know what he thought in his head, but the only reason that Manny Pacquiao hopped in that ring when Errol Spence beat the shit out of Mikey Garcia is because he thought, because they already had it set up for him to get in the ring, and he thought it was going to be Mikey Garcia, and they was going to make a Mikey Garcia and Manny Pacquiao fight right then. But shit didn't turn out like he thought it was, and he got put on the spot. Let me talk to my let me talk to Al Heyman. Yeah, he didn't want no smoke with Errol. And I tried to tell EJ that when I talked to Errol Spence, I tried to tell him Manny Pacquiao's not going to fight you. He like, nah, he was adamant. Nah, Manny Pacquiao fight anybody. I think he going to fight me. I'm like, all right, you really think he going to fight? All right, bet. And now we hearing that, the next fight is Manny Pacquiao and Mikey Garcia. That's the fight that Manny Pacquiao and his team have wanted the whole time. And I feel some type of way about that, right? I feel strong about that shit. Like, it's a good fight. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like it. I don't like it because you got, what I'm saying? You've been having Errol Spence call you out all of this time. You've been having Terrence Crawford call you out all of this time. And then you go fight Mikey Garcia. Why? You don't get no credit from me for beating Mikey Garcia just for the fact is that you ain't got no business fighting him right now. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I fuck with Manny Pacquiao heavy. But if Manny Pacquiao is doing shit like that, he needs to give that belt up. Right? He needs to give that belt up. Because if Mikey Garcia fuck around and beats Manny Pacquiao, Mikey Garcia can't beat none of them dudes in the welterweight division. He can't. He can't beat Errol Spence. He can't beat Sean Porter. I don't think if he gave 100% Keith Thurman a rematch, he can't beat Keith Thurman. Or my bad. Well, Mikey Garcia can't beat Keith Thurman, right? He can't beat Sean Porter. He can't beat Errol Spence. He can't beat Jaron Ennis. He can't beat Ugas. You know what I'm saying? He not beating none of them dudes. So it's like, man, why are you fighting Mikey Garcia? Mikey Garcia don't deserve a shot. You mean to tell me this man could go out and lose every single round, right? This is the problem I have with this Mikey Garcia and Manny Pacquiao fight, right? You mean to tell me that Mikey Garcia can go out and lose every single round, right, against Errol Spence, the guy that you were supposed to be fighting, but you picked to fight the man that lost every single round against the man that you jumped in the ring with and was supposed to be announcing a fight between you and him? That's what was supposed to go down, right? So you mean to tell me that? And you picked to fight him, the man that lost every single round? You need to give that belt up. Give the belt up. Go ahead and fight Mikey Garcia, and everything is cool. I don't have no problem with that fight then. But you holding on to a title, right? You making everybody wait for you to fight this man that you don't have, that has no business fighting you. A man that fought Jesse Vargas that you went out and destroyed. Jesse Vargas probably didn't win one round against Manny Pacquiao a few years ago when he fought him, right? So you fighting a man that barely beat Jesse Vargas, right? And a man that lost every single round against Errol Spence Jr. Make that shit make sense to me. Go ahead, Money.
I look at it a different way, man. I look at Manny Pacquiao. He knew he wanted no parts of Earl. Manny didn't go there. He just, like I say in my video that I made, he was hoping that Mikey even stood a chance. Mikey didn't have to win. All he had to do was put up an effort to where it shows that, oh, look what Mikey did against Errol Spence. He kind of held his own. It was the first fight he had at 147. He jumped up to the biggest guy in the division. He took on the challenge. Pacquiao's whole plan was to fight Mikey in the first place, bro. That's how I look at it. Now, I gave him a little benefit of the doubt. I thought he was going to try to get Earl a shot. But me looking at it and then me saying that what Mikey did after he beat Jesse Vargas, I say he gonna choose Mikey Garcia. He gonna choose, and I'm like I say, I would have been even pissed off if he'd have fought Conor McGregor. But fighting Mikey Garcia, this is what I say. Pacquiao had a right to choose who he want, bro. And I gotta say, because I gotta keep the same image. He got the right to choose who you want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Whether it would have been Earl, Porter, Danny, whomever he pick up the phone and call, you accept the fucking fight. Because you know what, Manny Pacquiao, you want to fight for a title, you want to fight for his legacy, and you're going to have a big-ass bag. Now, who's deserving of the fight? Of course, I wanted to see Earl get the shit. Without a doubt, hands down, we know what that fight would have done for Errol Spence Jr. We know having the extra scrap. We know that's if he get that title, then he one scrap away from motherfucking undisputed. You know what I'm saying? But looking at the situation, he looking at Mikey Garcia. Even though we can name all them names, you know, Mikey still have a name. He got that fucking fan base with the Mexican fighters. You know what I mean? And we know Pacquiao history with Mexican fighters. Guerrero, motherfucking Marquez, my guy that beat him, Erg Morales. So we know his little fan base, his little history with the Mexican fighters. So off the top, we knew Mikey was the #1 pick for him. You know, so now that he's fighting Mikey Garcia, and I say I like the fight. You know what I'm saying? He want to go fight Earl. I ain't gonna dwell on the shit, be pissed off. Man, fuck that fight. He ain't gonna be, because I understand the game and what they looking for. And they looking for numbers and ratings. Well, him and Earl could have did great fucking numbers at Cowboy Stadium, because Pacquiao holds the fucking record and Earl is right behind him. So when we look at the situation, he looking at Mikey Garcia. We gotta say Earl and Mikey right behind him because Mikey was in the fight. But he looking at Mikey Garcia and saying, you know what? It's a less dangerous fight than Errol Spence. It's a less dangerous fight, because I thought Earl was #1 and Terrence Crawford deserving #2. But he looking at Mikey Garcia saying Mikey got a name. You know, he's a smaller fighter. He ain't as big as these other big motherfuckers. As I just went in there and fought Keith Thurman, you know, and barely got away with the win in that bitch. You know, Mikey Garcia gave him a chance to land his power shots. He ain't that pressure fighter that's going to put the pressure on his ass. So he looking at it as shit. I came over to PBC. I fought Adrian Brown, beat his ass. I fought Keith Thurman. Now, you know, do I want to go into this fight with an Earl Spence? Because we know after Earl, he was retiring. I'm going to keep it real. If he'd have fought Earl, he was retiring after that fight because Earl was going to put a beating on his ass. Not saying Mikey, I mean, the boy wasn't gonna hold his own because Pacquiao is a motherfucking 8 division world champion. I don't take shit away from him. He do got power. But looking at the fight, when you're looking at Mikey Garcia, you see a less dangerous fight. You see a fight that's winnable for him. You know what I mean? And you see a fight where it's gonna make noise because it's Mikey Garcia. He still have a name. You know what I mean? We know Earl beat his ass every fucking round of every second of that fight. But still, that's the excuse Mikey got to back him up. Oh, he jumped up to 147 to fight Earl Spence. Like these people say, oh, little Mikey, man, he jumped 3 weight class, all that shit when he only jumped 1 weight class. But at the end of the day, Pacquiao looking at it as a business opportunity. He ain't looking at it as the best fight because, like I say, he got the fucking right to do the shit because of who he is. Like I say, he do got the Floyd Mayweather effect right now where he can pick and choose who you want to fight. You know what I'm saying? He did hold the fucking division up for a minute. But now that Earl signed a situation with Danny Garcia, Earl got something on the table. Pacquiao signed a shit with Mikey Garcia. I ain't gonna be too pissed off at the situation. You know what I'm saying? Now, my thing is, if you do get Mikey Garcia in the ring and you do beat the shit out of Mikey Garcia, what do you do next? You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm gonna stand in now and not tomorrow. But now that you got Mikey Garcia in the ring, you know what I mean? And that's what's gonna come down to the Earl Spence and the fucking Bud Crawford situation. If he get past Mikey Garcia, what do you do next? Do you stick your ass around and try to suck the game out of more money, or do you get your ass in there with one of them fighters that just give your ass the competition and retire your ass? So that's what it's gonna come down to. It's gonna come down to that for me. You know, Earl got business with Danny Garcia now. Bud got business with Shaquille Brook now. Pacquiao signed his deal with Mikey Garcia. It's a credible fight to me. You know what I mean? Way better than some Conor McGregor shit. But what's the next if you beat Mikey Garcia? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, I know some people can be pissed off, but now if Mikey Garcia beat him and get the WBA super welterweight world title, do you want to see him and Earl Spence again? Or do you want to see him and Bud Crawford? Or however that shit play out, you know what I'm saying? But I picked Pacquiao to win that fight against Mikey, you know, but I give Mikey a shot. It's a good fight. Like, I always liked the fight, even before Mikey lost to Earl. I liked the fight because I knew Mikey and Pacquiao was going to be something to talk about. I knew it. Me knowing Manny Pacquiao, he want them little, I ain't gonna say soft touch, but something that's a little down where he can say, okay, these motherfuckers ain't that big, because they keep Thurman fight, you know, put his ass in this in a different place where he say, damn, I'm fighting these big motherfuckers, and Earl is another big motherfucker. Do I want to go back into another big ass fight like that? You know, so at the end of the day, I'm not too pissed off at the fight. I actually like the fight. You know, I'm not mad at it. It's a good fight, you know, but we'll see what happens after that. What do you do if you get past Mikey Garcia? That's going to be the question. That's what's going to come down to if your ass for the whole division up from undisputed or not.
Yeah. So like I said, I didn't have a problem with the fight. I'm saying that if you're going to do that and you know that you don't have no intentions on fighting Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford, go ahead and fight Mikey Garcia, but get that belt up. Get a belt up. You know what I'm saying? Floyd did. Floyd gave the belt up. He gave the belts up when he knew that he didn't have no intentions on fighting no more of them dudes. He gave the belt up. That's all I'm saying. I don't like to fight with that belt on the line. That's what I'm saying. I don't have no problem with the fight. If you're going to fight, but stop holding up everything, holding on to the belt when you ain't got no intentions of fighting Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford. Right? That's all I'm saying. Let me see. World Combat Sports in the building. What's good with you, Scotty? Everybody go subscribe to World Combat Sports. And if you in the building, hit my like button. Hit my like button. Yeah, go subscribe to World Combat Sports, man. He over there doing big things. MMA and boxing, you know, covering the big fights. He out there, you know, he out there in the field. So yeah, go subscribe to World Combat Sports. Let me see. Henny Gomez says Pac-Man needs to stay retired. He's too old past his golden age. Ty Swindle, he said, my Steelers got something for Kareem Hunt. Oh, yeah, they is playing. Wait, do the Steelers play the Browns this week? They do, huh? Yeah, I think they do. Let me see. Silver 2011 says Pacquiao should just relinquish the belts if he can't beat any of them. Real talk. If he's not gonna fight any of them. Henny Gomez, M Stacks 85. What's good with you? Henny Gomez says Pac-Man is only picking the fight because of the Mexican rivalry, but he says, remember he was called a Mexican killer at one point, and then he said he just looking to collect the last paycheck. Mexicans still hate him. I thought a lot of Mexicans love Pacquiao, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I agree with what you and Money and everybody's saying, but the thing is, I'm just saying is do what you got to do. I don't have no problem with the fight. It's actually a very, very good stylistic matchup fight, but you got other dudes that you supposed to, get at shot to, that title shot. Let's not forget a title was involved. You got other dudes that is way more deserving of that shot than a Mikey Garcia. Shit, even if you do fight Mikey Garcia and hold that belt, right? Make it a non-title fight. Shit, don't nobody, man, he don't deserve no title shot. But it is what it is. I just wanted to, address that whole situation now that we really hearing that Mikey Garcia came out and he says that him and Pacquiao are fighting 100% next. That fight is 100% on. J.A. Dixon says Pacquiao is looking for a check and the easiest fight he can find, but as a champion, he has to make a real move or come off that belt. What's good with you, J.A. Dixon? Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But man, right now, make sure that once again, hit my like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel on YouTube, go over to YouTube and make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, because if you subscribe and you're not hitting the bell icon, you're not finna get the notifications of when I come on or when I put up content. Make sure that y'all hit the bell icon too. And make sure that y'all go over and subscribe to Monnie Brown TV, right? He putting out content every day for y'all, and right now, I'm finna get ready to wrap it up because we got Blue Blood coming on, we got Blue Blood coming on, and over on YouTube, Vasil Lomachenko is actually right now doing an interview right now, a press interview. So I told you, Money, I told you they was gonna do it separate. So Vasil Lomachenko doing his right now. So I'm gonna go rewind that back. I'm gonna go check that out. Check out, go over to Blue Blood Sports TV. Mr. Finesse, what's good with you? And yeah, man. Once again, World Combat Sports says, by the way, you wear team apparel, but save you money on Atlanta Falcons gear because we are trash. Oh man, I ain't no Falcons fan, dog. I just like to, I just get stuff that that I like how I look, man. That's all it is, man. I'm a Lakers and Dallas Cowboys. Lakers and Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, I might come in a girly jersey though, because that's my guy, man. I know a lot of people go shit on girly, but he's still my guy. You understand?
Yeah. Ripper, he repped it. He repped that St. Louis. He did his thing. Ellie Dog Bay. He says just want to see the Arrow Spence after. He said he just want to see how Arrow looking after that accident. He said, hope my man come in better than before. I think he will. I really think he will, man. He already in shape. He ain't in no fat camp. All he doing now is sparring and getting his strength up and all of that and working on his skills and game plan. It's a lot different than last time. But yeah, like I said, I'm finna go over and check out this Vasil Lomachenko interview he doing right now. Also, go over to Blue Blood Sports TV. And before we get up out of here, Money, what's your last words?
Man, y'all know how I finish, man. Y'all make sure y'all support my bro Key, one of the best boxing minds in the game. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram at Money_the_right. I do great work over there. Like I said, I'm dropping videos every day on YouTube, man. They blocked me on live, on my live stream. So y'all can catch me on the Few Brothers channel. But y'all know I'm rocking with my bro every day. Y'all stay safe out there, man, and continue to just keep repping, man, from your boy Money.
Already. And y'all already know how I do. Mr. There you go talking that boxing again. I don't watch reality TV. I watch boxing. And anything ain't everything, but around here, everything boxing. We'll be back on again tomorrow. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we out.